Hey you guys, this is Kevin Potter at Potter USA, and today I am going to show you how to take a piece of half-round wire, turn it into this, which is a rope pattern that then becomes a rope pattern ring. And you do this all with the hydraulic press. So what this is called a wire die, and it's an impression of a rope pattern. So what I'm going to use is a piece of half-round wire. You can use round wire too. It's not going to matter. You can even use square, but it just has to be big enough to fill the mold cavity, which is pretty hefty. So this piece has been annealed. It's important to anneal your metal. So what you're going to do, you're going to use this thing. We have these on our website, and we also have these. This is a piece of high carbon steel that is used to push the wire die. Because if you push it a little section at a time, it is possible to do that, but a lot of times your pattern will get distorted and then it's a mess. So ideally you want to press it all at once. And that's how this comes, that's where this comes in. So it's magnetic. You're going to center it in the press. Turn your press on. You want everything centered, and then you're going to push it. So I'm going to take just a quick look. So what we have here, it's pretty close. Maybe one more push. Let's give it a try. So you want to put it back in the same position, otherwise you'll have some funny overlapping. I moved it across side to side a little bit to get it, you know, the entire surface. So the next step, now that you've got your piece of silver with a good impression on it, you're going to want to anneal it, because the next step is you're going to bend it around. If you were to bend it now, you might crack it, or you're just going to be fighting it. It's super hard. So use your torch, turn on the fire. You want a reducing flame. Don't do this. That's bad. That'll give you a lot of fire scale. Just a soft, neutral flame. Reducing flame is ideal. And if you turn out your lights, you'll be able to see it glow. You don't want to get this thing to super hot, just to a dull red. Sometimes I'll use my hand to shade it, just so I can see if it's red or not. And then don't quench it when it's fully red. That can be a problem. I tend to let mine air cool. There we go. Okay, now that you have your piece fully annealed, dead soft, you're going to use your ring mandrel, and I'm going to go for a size 9. And what I'm going to do, just going to bend it around. Some people may not have that kind of finger strength, and that's okay. That's when your mallet comes in. You can also do this in the hydraulic press. You're just going to hammer this around. So what we've got here, see how it's a little bit out of shape? But we want to match the pattern in the ring. So what we're going to do, I don't feel like I'm a jeweler until I put my C-biggers on. But let me get my saw. Okay, so we're going to saw. I'm just going to guess at my finger size right now, and then I can make adjustments. So I got to cut it twice so I can get it even. All right, so what we've got is sort of two pieces like that. And now we will take our ring mandrel, our leather mallet, and we'll start banging this thing together. Don't worry about it getting out of round. You can make it round once you've soldered it. I'm going to grab this thing with a big old pair of gnarly pliers. That's why we start with heavy material. And I'm going to get this thing twisted into shape. On this big stuff, don't worry about, you're going to be able to form and shape this with a file once you get it get it soldered together, because it's pretty heavy stuff. It's going to look like you cast it. It's not going to look like a die struck ring. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to rip off a great big piece of solder. Use high solder. Don't go easy on this. This is a ring. You need to use high. You make sure your joint's pretty tight. All right. Put it in your clamps. Hit it with some flux. If you're using silver, I kind of like this white paste stuff. If you're using gold, use something better or different, not necessarily better. All right. See how it's got like a little bit of a crown on it, little peak? Don't sweat that. You'll be able to hammer it down. There we go. The perfect flame. You're going to want to heat it from below just to make sure you pull the solder completely through the joint. You don't want to have a cold solder joint here. Some people don't quench and pickle, some people quench and pickle. I like to quench and pickle. A little more hammering and we would end up with the finished ring. But that's kind of the gist of how this works. Thanks for watching.